Hey folks, FGFRC. Alright, you watched my new nose wheel tutorial on how to use a Spektrum receiver that has AS3X Plus in it, on how to set up a nose wheel gyro. Well, now we're going to show you it actually in action. Okay, that same plane. This is the FMS 1500 milliamp Skylane. Alright, right, left, up, down, right, left. Now I forego thrust reverse because I need an open channel for the nose wheel gyro. Because remember, if you want a nose wheel gyro, you have to have a dedicated channel just for that. So we're going to just taxi down the runway real quick, and then we're going to take off in the other direction. But I want to show you just how nice that gyro works. I'm going to try to stay as close to that center line as I can. Yeah, I'm not having to do anything to keep it on that center line. All right, we're going to turn around there, put in my takeoff flaps. All right. Now this is a very nice scale flying plane right here.
Flaps up.
I'm running a 3300 4S, which is actually probably a little bit too big for it, but it'll be okay. I'll get a little bit up elevator for that reason. Maybe too much now. Turn back towards the road and stay away.
Landing flaps.
All right. Now, got just a touch of wind, but that's okay. Get lined up with the runway, your center line. Okay. And just a little, well, hold on, I'm too far away. And I drifted over, so let's go back over, try that again. No harm, no shame, and going around. Hey, we won't even use flaps this time. Whoa, well, let's make the most of that.
Manual mode. AS3X mode. Landing flaps.
All right, use flaps this time. I haven't flown this plane in a little while. A little bit better, but I can definitely do better than that. All right, put our takeoff flaps in. Get over that hump there.
Flaps up.
Yeah, she definitely doesn't feel like she's wanting to drift all over the highway when I'm going down at a little higher speed.
Time remaining 4 minutes.
I can definitely tell that nose wheel gyro is working. All right, we're going to turn back towards the highway. Peel away. All right, we're going to take it up. Snap roll it. Just because it's a trainer doesn't mean it can't have a little bit of fun. All right, let's take it up. Do a tail slide. Okay. Go back around and do a stall turn. Yeah, well, that was a bad one.
Time remaining 3 minutes.
All right, see how inverted it is. No pressure needed. No elevator pressure needed to hold inverted. Let me demonstrate that again. Yeah. Lined up with our runway, center line, a slight bit of flare.
Time remaining 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's lousy. We can do better than that.
Flaps up.
Can definitely do better than that. All right, let's try it again without the flaps. There we go. Much better without the flaps. Going into a little bit of a headwind from there, so actually we're going to go down here and take off from the west towards the sun, but we'll peel away. Going into the wind, you're definitely not going to need flaps. Takeoff flaps anyway. Stay on that center line the best you can. Ease up on the back pressure on the elevator and let her lift off. You can tell when she's wanting to lift off. She'll start little jumps and skips and she's wanting to fly. Lined up the runway.
Time remaining 1 minute.
Remember, throttle is everything. There we go. All right, still got a minute. We'll do one more,
Takeoff flaps.
and then we're going to surrender the field. Get over this hump here. See, she starts jumping. There, that's more of a stall. That was a stall turn I wanted to do. All right, I was determined to do one. And then again, folks, this is the FMS 1500 milliamp or millimeter Skylane. Great for your first scale bird. If you're looking for your first scale trainer, there you go. It does come with thrust reverse. I don't know why you would need it with this kind of a plane, but I forego that and opted for the nose wheel gyro.
20 seconds.
All right.
Prop secured.
All right. 17 seconds left on a 6-minute timer. She is a top loader, so that's very convenient. Push button to get that hatch off. %45 left. Very easy on the battery, so you can set your timer for 7 minutes easily. Okay. CG is actually on the plane. If you look where your wing connectors are, you'll see the 2 CG indicators, actually the lettering. Put your fingers right there. CG is just perfectly. To show you where I've got the battery, I should have showed you why I had the hatch open. I got that 3300 4S all the way forward. Got an AR631, and I plugged the, if you watched the nose wheel gyro video, I plugged that into the gear channel and assign that as my nose wheel gyro. Let me share my settings with you. Okay. All right, first off, the plane settings that we flew in just now are 100% throws over 30% expo on aileron and elevator, and 100% throws on the rudder, but with 50% expo on the rudder. Flap systems, there's no mix needed. 100% up for takeoff flaps.
Takeoff flaps.
Landing, oh, sorry, I do have a flight mode in. I forgot about that, so just pay attention to the flaps. 25% down, or 25% for landing or takeoff.
Landing flaps. flaps.
and 0%, all positive,
Flaps up.
for landing. So 100, 25, 0. I do have a flight mode in for the flapped elevator mix. I can't really explain that. Just look on the videos on flight modes. BD Tennessee does a great one. I'll put a link to that one in the video. All right, and for my AS3X settings, one-time gains. The gains are set at 30, 40, and 60 for roll, pitch, and yaw. Priority, all roll and pitch are at 130, yaw at 140. Heading, did anything with that. Stop lock, default 35, 35, 35. Release rate, default 55, 55, 75. And the nose wheel gyro, have that set at what I showed you in the video. The gain selection or gain on the nose is 50%. All right, it has a priority of 180, but that's the default, and I'll leave that alone. All right, well, that's my settings, and that is the FMS Skylane. Did I tell you a battery port? Okay. All right, well, there you go, folks. She got light, she's got flaps. I'll put a link in the video on how to do flight mode so you can learn about that. That's just real hard to try to explain over the camera like this. Great fly and play, great for your first scale trainer. All right, well, y'all have a good one. God bless y'all. A little morning sortie. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.